Hi, today on Catherine Learns Stuff, I'm going to walk you through how to make these 3 witches for your Halloween decorations outside. So let's jump in. So I want to quickly go over the parts that we're going to need to make this witch. I'm going to be using just regular black garbage bags to cover up the witches. Now with the height that I'm using, my witches are going to need 3 garbage bags each, just because I don't have anything that's really big and black. I have black fabric, but it's really heavy and I find that it's not working very well. So black garbage bags. Additionally, I'm going to be using this black fabricy ribbon stuff. It's got kind of some silverness in it, which is fine. It's going to look pretty cool at night, I think. And then also black mesh. This is going to go on top of the garbage bags so they don't look so fake, obviously, right? Now I'm doing 3 witches, so I've decided to do 2 black heads for the witches. We're going to use these dollar store pumpkin heads, and then there's going to be 1 witch with an orange head, so it's going to be like black, orange, black. I only have 2 hands, so that's what we get. So this is going to be what's going to be used as the heads. On top of the head, we're going to have a hat. So that's the idea of all the pieces that we're going to use. And also there's going to be obviously duct tape, more zip ties. So I'm going to start to put this thing together. So let's start making these witches. Each of the pumpkin heads is going to go on top of the witches. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making some holes with my drill at the bottom here so that I can put them on easily. So the last thing that we want to do is I've got these LED pucks and they're remote controlled, so all you do is turn them on and you can change the colors. If I'm lucky, they'll go. And these are going into the mouth of the witches, so I'm just going to pop it into the mouth and these are going to be inside. So at nighttime they're going to glow and I can remote control them so that they change colors or they do a fade if they want to. So we'll see what colors we like best at night. The bases that we made for the witches were a little bit larger than we had anticipated. It's only because when we started out, the first draft of these kept falling over in the wind, so we needed to make larger, more sturdy bases. So we used some leftover 4x4 and leftover 2x4s that we had, and we made some square and triangle bases to have as the frame at the bottom, and then we attached a 2x4 up the side vertically so that we could attach some conduit piping onto that. And then we had some elbows attached to provide a little bit more shape to the witches as well. Initially, when we made these, we thought about adding arms onto the witches, so that's why there's additional conduit off to the sides, kind of like in an arm fashion. But when I was putting them together, I decided not to use those, so those just got hidden under all of the other stuff. So each witch is going to have a pillow for a body, and the pillow is just going to go into a bag so that it stays sort of clean or dry during the rain. And I'm just going to put it in the bag and duct tape it onto the body here so that it stays kind of centered, giving my witch a more rounder look. And I'm going to make sure that the ties are upside down so that all the water goes down and out of the bag and not into the bag. Depending how tall your witch is going to be will depend on how many bags you need. I'm using garbage bags. If you have like black tarp or black paint covers, just like a plastic sheet, you can use that instead. I'm actually going to cut my bags a little bit so that I can maximize how many I need to use, but I'm using about 3 or 4 for the height of this. The top bag is going to have a hole in the middle just so that the head can fit through and the shoulders will be covered up. And the other ones are going to sort of sit on top here or underneath and be duct taped into place so that they're a little bit hidden. Now I have black duct tape, so I'll be using black duct tape on the bottom bit so that it doesn't show up as much.
Don't be scared. I just want to play a game with you.
So I've cut 2 sides of my bag and now I've got a taller bag. And I just really want to be able to cover all of this inside so that it's not showing. And I'm not going to really have very much in there. There will be another sheet on top to kind of add it in or to hide this and make it a little bit bigger. But the idea is just to hide the black body parts of this. I'm just going to duct tape this onto my frame and onto my pillow so that it stays in place.
Hey, don't you run away. Please stay.
Now the top bag is going to have a hole here in the middle. Just a little hole. So we've got a spot to pull it through, and I have to cut these red ribbons out again because my bags like to have red ribbons.
With me. If you
So now I've got a bit of a body here. I'm gonna tape this as well, just so that it holds shut a little bit. Now that I've got the outside done, I'm gonna add some fabric around it. So I'm just gonna add this on top to add some character to my witches. And finally, I've got this mesh stuff. It's gonna go on top of this as well to give it some more depth and hide some more of the garbage bag. And finally, I'm gonna put my heads on. I've already got the pucks in them to keep them, to light them up later, and they're ready to go. And then I'm going to repeat that for the other two as well. Now the bottom of the body is a bit tight to it, but as the weather proceeds, it's going to stretch out a little bit, and it's also going to look pretty cool at night. I'll get you some pictures of that in a little bit, but I'm going to just finish off the other three. So there they are finished. I'm not 100% happy with how they turned out, but it's going to be pretty good at nighttime. And then the bottom is going to be covered up with a tarp, sort of the black fabric that I've got, so that the bases are hidden and it's going to be all dark. And I'll get you some videos of this final completed look. So that's it in daylight, and then I'll show you the finished picture in a second. And there you have it. We've successfully made our 3 witches. Now this video, I don't show you the rest of the project. I've also included a witch's broom that spins around in the cauldron, and there's going to be some smoke coming out of that cauldron as well, but that's in another video, and I've left a link for that below in the description, as well as hopefully up here in the video file. And there you have it. We've successfully completed our 3 witches. I hope you've enjoyed this project as much as I have. If you have, be sure to drop a like or drop me a comment below so that I can hear from you about how it turned out for you. There was a lot of things that didn't work out very great with this project, and if you want to stick around, I'm going to talk about some of those right now. When I first started making these witches, I had envisioned using hockey sticks as the body, and that worked out fine, but I didn't have enough pegs to hold the hockey sticks in place, so they kept falling over with the wind. So I had to redo the design to be something larger. Also, when I initially envisioned this, I wanted to have the witches' faces red, and you can see here in this video what I've done is I've got all the faces red, but the orange pumpkin, the red glows through too much and you can't actually see the face. So I've resulted in going with green for now, but I might have them alternating colors during Halloween. And these are the witches, how they looked when I had them set up with hockey sticks. They were closer to the size that I wanted or had envisioned initially, but they just wouldn't stay up with the wind, so we had to go with a different solution.